I'm Benjamin Bloom. I was born on February 21st, 1913 in Lansford, Pennsylvania. I died at the age of 86 in 1999, but let's pretend that hasn't happened yet. I received my bachelor's and master's degree from Pennsylvania State University in 1935. I then received my PhD in education in 1942 from the University of Chicago. I worked as an instructor in the Department of Education at the University of Chicago and then became a Charles H. Swift Distinguished Service Professor. There I was the education advisor for Israel, India, and many other nations. Impressive, I know. Now enough about me and my background. After all, I don't want to bore you. I need your vote. Now let me tell you about what I stand for. I believe that lessons are to be meaningful, assessments should connect to objectives, and teachers should meet every student's needs. Teachers should make themselves available to students whenever, always allowing questions and providing one-on-one attention. My goal has always been to understand the ways in which high-level thinking can be promoted in the classroom, something all teachers should strive for. I feel the environment, opportunities presented to people, and support of students determines their performance. It's up to you teachers out there to create a great learning environment, challenge your students to do their best, and support them constantly. You should never compare students to one another, but help them achieve their own goals. Students should never be expected to take the same amount of time as others to achieve objectives. Again, all students have different needs and accommodations. My main idea is that we should not be focused on only praising those high-achieving students, but make sure all students understand the content and have the potential to be great achievers. Are you with me? Now, I have this theory. It was developed in order to classify goals for students' performance. It has been revised a few times over the years, but with the same goal in mind. As I've said, each student learns in a different way and at a different rate. This theory was created in order to evaluate each student and their learning level. The first level is the lowest level. This level is remembering. With remembering, students can define, list, memorize, recall, repeat, reproduce, and state. With understanding, students are able to classify, describe, explain, identify, report, select, translate, and locate. The next step is applying. With applying, students can demonstrate, employ, interpret, sketch, write, solve, use, and choose. The next level is analyzing. With analyzing, students can arrange, calculate, list, classify, examine, research, outline, and discover. The next level is evaluating. Students are able to argue, assess, conclude, defend, rate, measure, explain, and select. And this is the highest level, creating. With creating, students are able to act, assemble, test, design, build, invent, develop, formulate, and organize. Is this theory not so helpful to your classroom instruction? Enough to make it the best theory to vote for. If your answer was yes, then it's clear who you need to vote for. If I haven't convinced you yet, here are some more reasons Bloom's is best. It is essential for today's elementary classrooms. It has been for over 50 years. It is great for any grade level and all content areas. It is great for establishing learning objectives and clearly showing the purpose of a lesson. Teachers can assess students on different learning levels while meeting local, state, and national standards. Students are able to move through each level, completing various tasks, allowing teachers an easy way to evaluate objectives if they're being met. If not, teachers are able to adjust curriculum to meet students' needs using different tasks from Bloom's. Finally, it helps teachers plan and deliver appropriate instruction with proper assessments and strategies while ensuring instruction and assessment matches the objectives. Now, since I created Bloom's, I personally see it as perfect. But you know how some people are just negative. Well, some say that Bloom's being around for over 50 years, it's outdated. But at the same time, that also proves how effective it is for being around that long. Some feel that it was developed before people understood the cognitive process and how students learn. Well, you heard what I said earlier. Students learn in different ways, at different amounts of time, and with different needs. Do those things still not hold true today? They also believe that the 6 levels of Bloom's are not supported by research. Well, again, it's been working for 50 years, and it's still highly used today. There's your research. We just have to ignore the naysayers. Bloom's has and always will be the best theory for educational classrooms. With Bloom's, learning goals are established, teachers and students clearly understand objectives, and they can effectively evaluate students. It is essential for productive learning through the elementary grades. I hope you stand with me and use Bloom's through your many years of teaching, and remember, make learning great again. Vote Bloom's. Bloom's is best.